This section of guided notes is going to focus on angiosperms, which, as you recall, are seed plants where the seed has a covering. There are two types of angiosperms. They are monocots and dicots. And that means that they are classified into these two groups based on the number of cotyledon. Cotyledons are the leaf-like parts of the plant embryo inside the seed. So if you cut a seed open, you can see this little leaf-like part here, or this little leaf-like part here. They are called the cotyledon. So in this seed, there is one cotyledon. That's where mono comes from, mono meaning one. And in this seed, there are two cotyledon, di meaning two. Here again, this is a cross-section of a bean seed, which is a dicot. You can see that there are two cotyledon in the dicot bean seed. So focusing on monocots. A monocot seed has only one cotyledon. There are some other features that are very common or typical to monocots. They have narrow leaves with parallel veins, and their roots are very fibrous. Okay, so grass is a monocot, corn is a monocot. Monocot flowers have parts that are in multiples of 3, and their vascular tissue is in bundles. Right here's a bundle. You can see these individual bundles here in the stem. Other examples of monocots would be corn, grasses, tulips, lilies, and your random fun fact of the day is that palm trees are the only monocot trees. Now we'll talk about dicots. Again, di means two, so a dicot seed has two cotyledons. Other features typical to dicots are that the leaves have a branching pattern. You probably saw leaves very similar to this with this branching pattern when you were doing your project Budburst. Dicots have a large, thick taproot. Their flower parts are in multiples of 5, and their vascular tissues are arranged in a ring. You can count the tree rings in a tree because you are counting the rings of vascular tissue. There are about 4 times more dicot species than there are monocot species. So dicots are much more common than monocots. Examples of dicots are all broadleafed trees, all fruit trees, tomatoes, potatoes, peas, squash, lettuce, sunflower, roses, violets, and the list goes on.